Oh, God, no. Cynognathus is the name of the prehistoric creature. And I'm fairly certain this one is by MPC. It was vended to me as a Marks, but Marks didn't do red. And MPC did do a Cynognathus, and they did do it in red. And he's a glorious specimen. Wasn't really even shopping for a dinosaur. I was just, doing my usual rounds, and we'll always take more dinosaurs. And he's definitely a keeper. These four over here I know were childhood toys of mine, and I believe they were by Joy Toy, copied from Ajax Dinosaurs. And I think these three here, he'd go with these two. I think these are all MPC. I can't remember now. I think they're all MPC. Ankylosaurus is the Rockstar, but this one I'm still not even really too sure about. But I mean, dinosaurs work. Here's one of the little 4x4 inch box paintings I'm putting together. And yeah, you got to have a dinosaur prehistoric scene in it. There we go. A couple of astronauts being surprised. Not sure if that's how it's going to be in the end. I think the tree is a little bit too big, actually. But we'll muddle our way through it. I saw these first couple of years ago and wanted one on the spot, especially the Army chopper. And do they turn? Yeah. Nice little score. That one doesn't seem to turn as well, but that's clever. That's ingenious. Let's see what we can get off the bottom. Japan. I guess that's where the rotor mechanism would be housed. Archaic helicopters are automatically futuristic looking these days. These are more kind of toy looking than what I usually go for. They're more complicated. Here's our Japan stamp. Usually the helicopters that I respond to are just plain plastic things. My favorite is actually that yellow one right there. I think it's supposed to be a Sikorsky. 1960s Hong Kong. Majorette Red Cross was one of my toys as a kid. I think that's a little Bruder helicopter. The Veritol there, it matches a Marks International Jetport set. Whether it is, I'm not sure. And that's nicely sealed. Hong Kong, I can't remember, Jolly Green Giant helicopter. There's a more modern version of it made in China. I was going to open that up, but I kind of like. And one of the things that led me to the Golden Astronaut range was searching for vintage helicopters, and the security copter or helicopter P3 for the SpaceX line. Security copter for Golden Astronaut. This is the first Golden Astronaut based SpaceX piece I got. It's missing its rotor, but it doesn't bother me one bit. Interesting looking contraption. And I've got another one in a Golden Astronaut launch site set that is open but still mint on card, in case I need to ever trot it out, although that's been sufficient for me until now. And I've also got this interesting Marks space helicopter. I'll have to do a video on this, looking for help with its astronaut. Unfortunately, off of his peg. That's how he stayed in his seat, and he's too wide to get through that hole. I don't know how to get him out of there. I've had him with a pair of tongs and been trying to work it through, and there's just no way to do it. Not sure what to do. Here's some more modern Matchbox, and my favorite of them is actually this little Hot Wheels. Which one is this? Island Hopper, I think it's called. Can't recall. And it's been a while since the die cast because I'm just into these plastic toys. So these are actually something different. I'm not sure how I'd utilize them. But I mean, you know, it was like less than 50 cents for the dinosaur. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get something else too from the guy. And he had these helicopters as well. This one doesn't appear to fiddle around with it. But they could be used, ironically, in some Army helicopters. It's got great graphics on it. If anyone knows how to find out about the history of these things and a way to possibly determine who made it, there's not even a maker mark on them anywhere. There's a made in Japan there on its tail. About 3.5 inches long, something like that. And that's just clever. So I finally got my Clockwork Japan Army helicopter, and they can go on a mission to find Cynognathus specimens there in the planet of jungle dinosaurs, or whatever we'll do it with. Rock on.